And we have a very special event that's coming up here soon on September 1st.
So excited.
The Panthers event. So just first and foremost, what is this event?
Yeah. Panthers Playbook, we started for the women of Pitt who love football, and whether that is the game itself, the tailgating, the fashion.
Huge tailgate.
We love it all.
Yeah, whatever part, of the game day experience. College football is so fun because there's so, much pomp and circumstance around it.
Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Sideline Squad with Cass and Fran. We're sporting our Pitt merch today because we have a sorry, Steve. We have a very special guest on, and we'll get to her interview a little bit later. Allison Rubin, she is so great, dude. She has worked with Pitt for 8 years. They have a very special event that's happening on September 1st for the ladies, football ladies out there, the Panthers event. So we talk all the details a little bit later in the episode. So super fun. Definitely want to listen to it.
We'll be there. We have a giveaway live, 4 tickets now.
Yes. Follow along Instagram, TikTok at Sideline Squad Pod. Yes. And you can enter the giveaway there and get 2 free tickets to the Panthers event if you don't want to pay. But it's going to be such an amazing event. Yeah. It's going to be so worth it. And we just talked to her for a bit about it. Yeah. So that'll be fun. But Fran, how was your weekend in Colorado?
I had big.
Not the high city, the Mile High City.
Mile High City. I had big sports girl energy this weekend. Last week we said that we were originally going to go to the Rockies game on Friday. Well, then we realized it's preseason, duh. So the Broncos-Packers played Friday night, and so we ended up doing that instead, and then doing the Rockies game Sunday afternoon before I left. Oh my gosh. So first of all, hilarious that I went to both of the Packers road preseason games. Wild.
You're just a cheesehead now.
Yeah, what? Not the Pittsburgh and Denver. That's just crazy. Anyway, it was so much fun. Some crazy things about Mile High. They have a live horse that gallops across the field every time they score a touchdown.
Really?
I'm like, we're like, does the horse ever take a little squat on the field? They said it has happened.
Oh my god!
But yeah, it's just
live mascots are wild.
Well, and then they have their actual mascot as well, Miles the horse, and or the Bronco, and I'm like, poor Miles, just getting upstaged by this live horse during the touchdown. Let him have his moment. They just shoved him off to the sidelines. I was like, get this guy involved. Look at him. He's sweating in this costume. He
has one job. Yeah. It's to root on the team when they do well and score a touchdown.
And then the real horse comes galloping out. So that was fun. That was a crazy surprise. And then they have, this is cool, and I think we need to get involved, Steelers. They have Bronco-shaped tendies, little chicken nugs.
Oh my gosh, I saw this.
They didn't look like Broncos. It was a tough sell. It looked kind of like the state of Tennessee. But if you could see the vision.
If you squint one eye and turn your head.
Yeah, I think I was looking for the precision of the Burger King Crown Nuggets, because those are legit.
Those are very legit and very crispy.
What I'm thinking, hey, Steelers, why don't we get involved with some hypercycloid nugs? That would be such an easy shape.
That would be so easy, right? And really cool.
And it was so cute. It came in like a little box, and you had your nugs and then your fries, and then they had all the sauces and stuff. And I was like,
that is so cute.
It was so
also cute. If the Steelers did it, they could use food dye coloring and do different colors. That would be cute. That would be really cute.
The people yearn for a nug in the stadium, and it was very, very
How was the game? How was the atmosphere?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the atmosphere was crazy. It was so interesting to me because the way the stadium is shaped compared to Acrisure, we have a lot of, that whole open end zone where you can see the city. This one, very similar to MetLife, it's the whole way up, there's no overlook. It's all arena vibe. And it was loud because of that, I think, because there was no open wave for the sound to go. So it was really, there wasn't a lot of standing room. You couldn't really buy a standing room or buy random tickets and then stand at Acrisure. We have the Bud Light deck. We have the fan
Ford fan.
I cannot talk. The Ford fan zone, the rotundas. There's a lot of places that you can just buy tickets and then stand if you want. Not a lot of that at Mile High. One thing I did really like was, how we do, and that's another Pittsburgh Steelers first down. That's our big thing. Yeah. Theirs is anytime the opponent throws an incomplete pass. The guy's like, and that pass to blah, blah, blah is, and then everyone goes, incomplete. So that was fun.
Cool.
I was like tapping the guy in front of me. I was like, what was that? Is that the thing? Is that the thing we need to do? So
I love how every NFL stadium, every city has like a different thing.
So it was awesome. Bo Nix played, I think, like 15 snaps, and then they put in, some backups. But it was cool. I mean, Bo Nix, baby, he was looking good. He threw a bomb whenever they right on their like drive for the touchdown. So it was really awesome to see him back out. Obviously, like devastating injury at the end of last season.
Yeah.
End up not being able to play in the AFC Championship. You hate to see that in any situation.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to see him back out there slinging around, having a good time. And honestly, the vibes were just really good. Everyone was so nice. I had such a good time, but yeah,
awesome.
It was really good. It really was.
Awesome. And then you flip the switch and win baseball. Yeah,
and let me tell you, I thought, the Pirates, they're not the best. We know that. Wow. I will never complain about going to a Pirates game again because these Colorado Rockies, not a soul in the world cared about that game that was happening. I looked, I didn't even realize.
That's what happens when you finish last in the league.
I was like, they literally are last, like dead last in the whole league. I didn't even realize that. And I mean, the vibes were definitely, we're here to have fun on the rooftop and get drunk. Vibes. Because they have a really cool rooftop outfield bar. It's, up a couple levels. They have like a mezzanine level, a rooftop, and then a terrace on top of the rooftop. Frozen margaritas. I mean, like the vibes were good. And the margarita was only $15.
Oh, that's
for
crazy.
A frozen marg. I'm like, this costs more in a bar in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like a frozen marg for $15.
Literally a Surfside at Pirates is $26, $27.
Yeah. So I was vibing on that. And then we got crazy. The craziest ballpark bite that they have is that they're like known for is the Glazilla. Baby.
Dear.
It is a 23-inch, 1-pound hot dog on a hoagie roll topped with mac and cheese and green chilies.
Oh my gosh.
It was divine. It's perfect for two people because then you each get a foot-long hot dog. Just cut it right in half.
So bigger than the sheets, Glizzy.
Bigger than the sheets.
Heavier than the sheets.
Heavier.
I'm sure that mac and cheese.
It was
that weighs
heavy.
It down.
I know. They told us, they were like, do not hold it by the handles. You have to hold it by the bottom.
Insane, dude.
So it was like $50. Yeah. Once you add the mac and cheese and everything. But we were like, does everyone do that? And they're like, well, like, yeah, if you're going to get it, like add the mac and cheese, the green chilies.
Yeah.
So we did that and it was peak, baby.
I mean, shoot, it was your first time there. You got to try all the things.
I know, and I realized I've actually tried a lot of hot dog related MLB snacks this year because obviously I tried the heavy hitter dog, our giant corn dog at PNC Park. I tried this, Glazilla, and then whenever I was at MLB All Stars, I tried that hot dog Wellington that they have at Kansas City Royals. Yeah. I'm like, okay, everyone, like doing a little thing with the hot dog.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm not hot dog related, but the Schwarbomb Sundae from the Phillies Stadium, insanely good. I mean, to have like Fruity Pebbles and an Uncrustable that's like deep fried on a Sunday is crazy work, and it was delicious. So
I love it.
Yeah, ballpark snacks popped off for sure, but
yeah,
I'm sorry, the Rockies, no one cared. They were just it was tough. It was a tough scene for sure, but it was fun though. I did have a good time, and I found out that their mascot Dinger, it's a dinosaur, is named that because when they were excavating for Coors Field, they found dinosaur bones.
No way.
Yes, out in the mountains.
Oh, that's wild.
So yeah, so they
also, I saw, because you posted like the screen, the Jumbotron is like shaped like a mountain.
Yes,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can like see the Rockies in the back. That's
pretty cool.
It was a beautiful time. The tickets were literally $14. So like obviously that's why we also didn't care that we were going to ball out on a $50 hot dog. I mean, we basically walked in here for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good time, a really good weekend. It was my 5th MLB park and 5th NFL stadium. So
that's awesome.
Can't be mad about that.
That's so fun, dude. Yeah. Hopefully the Rockies can somehow turn it around. I love the purple too.
They're the only ones who has the purple, and the purple is so good. Purple's my favorite color.
Me too. How have we not talked about that? I don't know. I love purple. My bedroom in high school was always like all purple.
Purple is the best.
Love it.
Yeah.
It is the best color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How was
my
your weekend?
Yeah,
Miss Mover.
Ugh, guys, I look a mess
Cassidy's
right
moving,
now.
dog. Not like moving. We're not. Don't
Yeah,
get too,
I'm
don't
still
get
in the
scared.
Berg, actually in Dormont, moving to
Yes.
Dormont, which I'm super pumped about. But yeah, this week has just been insane. The weekend has been crazy. Like, so Steven's, his lease is up tomorrow. So literally this whole weekend, we've been moving him out. He is at work, you know, has to work as well.
For those who are new, Cassidy's boyfriend is the athletic trainer, Fitzgerald title, right? For WVU
baseball. Right.
So he lives in Morgantown, and we're bringing him out of the West Virginia up to the Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yes.
He's coming up to the Berg.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited about that. Yeah, so just been down in Morgantown, packing up all his stuff. Also, he has 2 dogs, so it's just been like kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
But we do get into the house on Saturday, so I'm so excited to just finally like be settled in the house and everything. So yeah, it's just been crazy. I mean, I just feel like, you know, like this shirt I dug out of my hamper because I just don't have any of my stuff
you're
right
like
now.
in transit.
So yeah, literally like, but yeah, I'm just so excited for this new chapter and to honestly just have someone to like lean on. You know, life gets crazy, and I've been through a lot of moves doing what I do, and I've lived in, you know, Texas, West Virginia, Oregon, California, and I've always done the move, like either had a parent fly out and help me, but every time it's like so stressful because it's like, you know, I would be driving a lot of the times, I could only pack what fit in my car, like I'd have to sell a lot of stuff. It was just always a really stressful time. So even though it's chaotic right now, I'm just so thankful that I do have him. And, you know, I do have family close by in Morgantown who I'm borrowing my cousin's truck right now. And so it's just been really nice to have support. And, you know, you take that for granted, I think, a little bit when you're growing up and stuff like that, like having family near and all of that. But when you move away and move to a different state and have like big life events happen, it's just so nice to have family to lean on and like, you know, Steve to lean on. So yeah, it's chaotic right now, but it's manageable, and I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you.
For Saturday, and it's good too that this is all happening like right before football season officially starts, because settled. Then we'll be settled, and I'm pumped too, dude. Our house is like 3 blocks from the tee, so like game days, we're gonna be jetting over here. It's gonna be so much fun. Plus, I feel like that adds to your game day a little bit, like to be able to like, I don't know, wake up, have a Bloody Mary, and then get on the tee or something.
My favorite thing is literally all my friends who like in Lawrenceville, we all of my like group of Lawrenceville friends, we live within like 4 blocks of each other. So we'll all congregate at one of the apartments, drink, and then we'll just get like an Uber XL. So which is like, and usually the Ubers are like decked out in Steelers gear because they know, you know, like I'm going to be transferring a lot of fans today.
Right.
So, you know, we're like, hey, party in the Uber, baby. Like,
all right, guys, if you haven't heard of the Plaza at North Shore, you are surely living under a rock. It is right across the street from PNC Park, and it is the best spot for tailgating before Pirates games, but also before Steelers games, which is right around the corner. Steelers season is coming. And Fran, it is one of the most fun spots to be at.
Oh, yes. It's one of my favorites. They got drinks, they got food, they got vibes, a lot of live music and fun and entertainment. It's going to be the spot for tailgates this year.
Yeah, they even have that big screen. So if you don't want to go into the game necessarily, you can even watch the game right there at the Plaza. And we are so proud to be in partnership with the Plaza North Shore as football season is starting. We're a couple weeks away. So super excited about that. You guys get out there and visit the Plaza.
And you guys will have like a woman, your own sports cave. I guess woman/man, just general cave.
Sports cave. We're calling it the sports cave. We have a finished basement, which I'm so excited about. There's one wall that's like a brick wall. So Steve really wants to build like a bar around that. And then, we're going to get like a couch that has like a pull-out bed and stuff like that, and just make it a big sports cave. I mean, Steve, he's worked in sports for a decade. I've worked in sports for a decade. We have the amount of stuff that we have. I mean, Steve, I was starting to get a little frustrated with him because the other thing too is like, when you work in sports, you collect all this merch, all this stuff, but you don't want to get rid of anything because everything has a sentimental value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, wait, well, this was the game that this happened. Or...
Like, his first job was Lenore Ryan, a D2 school. He has like a sweatshirt of that Lenore Ryan.
I can't even imagine.
I'm like, can we please get rid of this?
Where on earth is that?
Exactly. I'm like, can we please get rid of this? He's like, well, it was my first job. Like, everything is just sentimental. And I'm like, we gotta get rid of some of this stuff. My family's pretty stoked though, because like half my family went to WVU or has WVU ties, and the amount of WVU merch this man has is insane. And finally, like he purged some of it, and so I texted my whole family photos of all these shirts and all this garb. I'm like, all right, anyone who wants any of this, claim it now. We immediately, like my sisters, my aunts and uncles, my cousins, my grandpa, everyone is like circling stuff, sending it back as quick as they can because they knew people would want it.
And it was so funny whenever we said we were going to be doing Pitt stuff today and having a Pitt guest, and I was like, I don't know, like, Cassidy, is that cool if you like wear a Pitt hat? No, I know you WVU household.
No, not at all. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we love sports, so it's just like we're sports fans, and you know, we just want to highlight any event or any team or anyone that's doing anything because it's just fun.
I'm so excited to like see the cave come together.
Oh my gosh, dude, we're gonna have a housewarming party for sure eventually once we get all settled. So yeah, I'm just so thankful and grateful and excited for this new chapter, and we'll see what happens next work-wise too. I have a couple things in the works, nothing official yet, so don't want to say anything, but fingers crossed that it all works out. And we're on to bigger and better things.
People still commenting. I saw another guy commented and literally just said, Cass, where are you? I'm like, the people yearn for Cassidy.
Well, the thing too, dude, is honestly, like, not to get too nitty gritty, but like, I think in a weird way, if you notice, I haven't really been tweeting as much, and I haven't really been on social media as much because it is such a hit when like something crazy happens like this, and like, and then you have to kind of scramble and figure out like a new job, but also move because like I can't afford the rent at my apartment anyway right now. Like that's also why I'm moving in with Steve. So like just everything hit at once, and it's been crazy. So also on social media, I've been bad about like posting because it's just been like a lot, but I'm gonna get back on the horse here soon, and you know, I feel it. It's around the corner. It is around the corner. So thank you. Yeah, we'll get there. So turning the page on all of that.
Yeah, we had big weekends though.
Yeah, we did. And the Steelers did not. So,
oh my God.
Preseason game 2, guys, was not really what we expected, especially after the rookies showed out in game 1. This was the complete opposite.
Not
I will say though,
point.
Hate to say it because he's on the Jets, but WVU great. Geno Smith freaking balled out. That was fun. He had one drive, ended it with a touchdown. I think he went 7 for 7. And so Geno, if he can take over as QB1 in New York, and really, I've been rooting so hard for that guy because we watched him when he was in college at West Virginia, and he did so many great things for the Mountaineers. And then, you know, he was in Seattle for a bit, and I think he played well in Seattle. I think he deserves a starting job. So to see him go out and ball for the Jets was awesome. But our quarterback play did not look great. But nobody panicked. It was game 2 of the preseason.
Again, and it's like you want them to at least see, you know, I mean, the headline of, you know, Jets haven't had an interception in like 18 months and Will Howard gives them their first interception. And it's like, but you don't want someone going into an NFL game never knowing what that feels like, you know? Like at the same time, you want them like, oh yeah, like this is a very real possibility that I'm going to throw an interception, and this is how I need to move forward from that and know how to react and continue on and not like lose my mind for the rest of the game.
Totally. And you'd rather have it happen now where it doesn't count than, you know, when the regular season happens. So, you know, I think at the end of the day, these guys both can ball. We've seen it. And I do think, actually, matter of fact, that they are going to end up keeping 4 quarterbacks.
I think so too.
You know, I
think we're just in such a question mark situation where obviously Aller was our pick this year, higher up than Will was the previous year. We're not going to part with him for sure. And it's like, Howard, you never know, like, you know, it's like
I feel like they both have high ceilings.
I know.
So you can't really like let them go.
But it's like, Yeah, I think they are going to keep 4. I
know. But then that means that another position group is going to be not have as much depth as maybe they need. Maybe that affects the defensive side. And speaking of that, JPJ still at an impasse with him. So, hopefully they figure it out. Like we keep saying, I don't see a world where they don't.
Yeah.
Like it's JPJ, PA kid, local kid, born and raised here. His
Joey
dad
Porter's
is a legend.
son.
I know. I don't really understand why they're at an impasse. I literally just saw the word impasse 452 times after that press conference. Going on?
But like, let's get it done. I mean, it can't drag into a regular season. Like that just is not going to be kosher.
Not at all. No. So hopefully, it figures itself out within the next week, I would say, or next 2 weeks at the most. So, we'll keep an eye on that. But I do think that that JPJ, fingers crossed.
Well, everyone online was like kind of low-key like crashing out about it. And I was like Dude. You just said, there's not really a world where we see him not getting a contract.
I don't think the dude has ever lived outside of Pittsburgh in his life, unless he went to state college, which was still PA.
Yeah, like so a quick trip.
I don't see him leaving, but I don't know. We'll see about that. A lot of crazy Disney news that came. So first and foremost, Brenda Song killing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
On the
Brenda
Rams
Song,
play-by-play.
It was so funny because I saw a post from like a girl and it said that they saw the headline, Brenda Song makes debut as color analyst for NFL game. And someone commented who doesn't, knows nothing about football, is more like knows Brenda Song from Disney. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and everything, and said, I thought that this meant that she was going to go and tell people if they were a cool autumn or like a warm summer. I died. I was like, wait, that's so, I could
not
see
color matching in the stands.
Could you imagine? She's just like going up to all the like players and be like, okay, and you are, it's giving cool spring. No, but that was so fun to see because it's like she's been such a super fan. I mean, she loves sports. She is always talking about sports.
Her shit too, dude.
So that was fun to see. I'm really excited. That was exciting and cute. I thought.
But then you were very mad.
Oh yeah,
and you popped off a little bit.
I know.
You're real.
Other Disney related news. Disney Pete, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm done with you. I'm done with this. People in my comments just copy and pasting the same explanation. So for people who do not know, the NFL and Disney did a collab collection. They assigned someone from the Disney, Marvel, Star Wars universe, one character to each NFL team. The ones that were previewed were great. Bills and the Beast, love that. Amazing. Wreck-It Ralph with the Giants.
Yeah.
And then we got the full collection on Monday, and there was a lot of buzz of, are we going to get Iron Man? That makes sense. Iron City, Robert Downey Jr. just posted that video the other day saying he was a massive Steelers fan. People were like, is this a teaser? Like, are we about to get Iron Man? Whatever, all this. And no, we did not. We got Pete. I'm not even sure what this thing is. I saw Pittsburgh Dad did a video. He called him an oversized wolf. I just called him a big old chunk. I saw someone say that maybe he was a cat, maybe he was a dog.
Wait, is he like the dad of like Goofy or something?
No, he's like the grumpy old neighbor guy who was like Mickey's arch nemesis in like the OG Mickey days. And he's like just like the, he's like always smoking a cigar. He's got 4 teeth.
What's the relation?
So apparently he was in the cartoons back. I literally wanted to punch someone in the face. They said, well, in the 1940s, he was someone who was a blue collar worker. I literally was like, you can list this description and the reasoning over and over again. I'm not going to get on board. Then everyone, jumped on the whole, he's been tailgating in Gold Lot A his whole life. He loves Iron City beer. He looks just like a Yinzer. He looks like, someone even said, he looks like Mike McCarthy. And I was like, I get you and I hear you and I see you. Still not a better pick than Iron Man.
Not at all. Not to mention we live in a world now where everything's like more immediate and stuff. And like, what are you doing picking a character from 100 years ago?
Yes, I was like, if your reasoning is, oh, he's a blue collar worker, blah blah blah, about the fan side of things. Well, what does the Beast have anything to do with the Bills Mafia?
Yeah.
Like, what is Darth? I mean, the Darth Vader Raiders thing. I mean, those fans do.
Yeah,
look
that does
terrifying.
make sense. Yeah,
But
that
some
does
other
make
ones that I
sense.
felt like were just such.
Well, the
misses.
Wreck-It Ralph doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, and then the Chiefs got the Big Bad Wolf. I didn't even know that was a Disney associated character.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And it's just like, what? Like,
yeah,
I feel like
I
some
want
of
to meet
them,
the people that chose these.
Yeah, like some of them were the old school stuff, and I appreciate the fact that you wanted to incorporate some of the old characters. But it's like, it is 2026, and Iron Man is super relevant in culture and super relevant to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Or even people were saying Wall-E.
Or like, what about Batman? They freaking shot the movie here.
I don't know. I don't think Batman's owned because I think he's different.
Oh, DC, not Marvel, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
But people were saying Colossus from X-Men could have been a good fit, or Wall-E.
Yeah.
Because he is, this like rotted like little steel guy, but with a beautiful heart.
Yeah.
And he's also a robot, and like, what's going on in Pittsburgh, man? We are doing all this robot innovation. It's that would have been cool. So, and then people were even saying like C3PO, R2D2 from Star Wars. Those are also like metal robots.
Yeah.
What is going on? Like, well, I guess CP3PO is like a humanoid, whatever. Don't come for me, Star Wars fans.
So
it's
I'm
not that
confused
serious.
though. Like this collab, what does it really mean? Like, are they just gonna sell merch?
Yes.
Or like, okay.
And the merch is ugly anyway for the Pittsburgh ones. And then everyone's like, well, it already sold out. And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously it's going to sell out anyway because there are people who are obsessed with Disney. And no matter who it was going to be, they're going to buy it. But I'll tell you what. I ain't buying it.
I don't know many people who will.
And people came
especially after your video.
I literally
a lot of people agreed with you. There were people in the comments like defending it, but a lot of people
were
agreed.
like, how dare you say no one knows who Pete is? I'm like, oh my gosh, call it an exaggeration. Chill. Obviously, people can recognize that this is a character, but like, I didn't know his name. That's why I called him the big old chunk.
Like,
no one can even agree on what creature he is. It's a bummer to see that like after that wait that is what happened, but it is what it is.
Well, you know what?
The Abercrombie collection is where I'm at right now.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it looks so good.
Yeah.
So at least there's good merch out there still.
Yes, and I actually saw, Aerie just released a collegiate collection as well. Pitt is not in it, but they do have Penn State and a couple other schools.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like some athletic wear, some sports bras, some bike shorts, joggers and stuff. So that's super cute too for anyone who's like a Penn State. That's the only local school, I think. Or an Ohio State as well, I think they also did merch for. But
that's so good. Yeah, so there's a lot of options out there, guys. Of course, too.
And Bobble Bar just did a adorable drop for these charm bracelets, charm necklaces and stuff. So
so cute.
So there is good merch. We don't need the Disney collab. That's
I know. And hopefully they come up with a better idea maybe next year.
I'm like, let's
something.
make our hello.
Maybe they learn their
whoever
lesson.
in the strip district is making those like bootleg designs. We need an Iron Man Steelers one. Let's just do it. Whatever.
Let's just all do it.
And then if Disney sues you, we'll all back you up. We'll use the sales to pay the sue.
Right. I'd rather have everybody in those than that, but well, I mean,
tomorrow
we do have to
tomorrow's game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Holy cow, dude.
In Buffalo with the new stadium.
My days are like so scrambled right now. But yeah, new stadium. Yes. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, I was thinking about going and then I was like, I'd rather see Josh Allen play the whole time.
Yeah. I'm very curious if Aaron Rodgers is actually going to play at all, like a single snap in the preseason, because it has kind of shocked me that he hasn't played at all, but we'll see. Anything. I mean, I do know too, he's probably a little nervous about getting hurt again before it like counts. So we'll see. But Steelers final preseason game tomorrow night, Thursday night against the Bills. And I mean, hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully, Will and Drew can kind of bounce back after that showing last week. And, hopefully they close out this preseason on a high note. Yeah. And then in 2 weeks, they're going to be home for their first home game, like to open week 1 of the NFL season in so long. I think literally a decade. So,
I'm so excited. Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun.
All my friends, we were talking about doing like a cowboy party on the 12th because, of course, and the summer with a cowboy party, why not? And we were like, well, I was the voice of Reeds. I said, guys, just so you know, the next day is the Steelers home opener, and I will be up at 7 a.m. Like, that's just the reality of it. Yeah. And they were like, no, it'll be day. It'll be a day cowboy party.
No, yeah, you and I both, girl. We're gonna be up and at 'em just like it's Christmas morning. Like,
I have a bottle of champagne that I got for my birthday from my friend, and I literally am specifically saving it for game day because I'm gonna pop it in the lot. I'm not gonna shake it because it's like Moet, so it's like that's nice. I'm not shaking that.
Yeah,
but that will be what we toast with. Our first toast of the tailgate season.
And I'll probably be with you.
Yes.
Speaking of Cowboys, sad news. Dolly Parton passed away. We did want to mention, I know this is primarily a sports podcast, but Dolly affects everybody.
Gotta pour one out.
She really
for
does.
Dolly.
I don't think there's a single person in the world that has a bad word to say about her.
That's exactly
she's just
what I said
collectively
yesterday.
loved by and adored by everyone. So heartbreaking.
We were talking. So the news came out when I was in the office yesterday for work, and that was what we were saying. Is I don't think anyone has ever said a bad thing about Dolly Parton. Like she has just always been such an amazing person, and she has that program where she has those books that ship out to kids in the mail. I mean,
Mayor Corey O'Connor actually did a post about how she provided, I think, like 500,000 books or something like that for Pittsburgh kids. So
and it's like
she's even affected us here.
To be someone who could have literally just been like a rich person and just checked out and did whatever they want. She really made sure that she had a lasting impression on bettering,
and not only giving back to like normies, as we call it, but like that industry is also so cutthroat, and there's so many people that can kind of go behind your back or talk bad about you or do things like that to try to get ahead or be a little sleazy or stuff like that. And no matter what, every person in the industry that has ever known her or worked with her or like even been competitive a little bit with her, they just had the best things to say about her. The post by Reba made me cry. Yeah. Like those two, grew up together essentially in the country music world. What really got me too is reading about her relationship with Carl, her husband. They were married for 60 years, which in Hollywood especially,
you don't see that.
And I think that also just speaks to her character, like that she was able to, be faithful and married for so long. And you're watching all these like old interviews that are coming out on social media and stuff with her too. And she just, no matter who she was talking to, like every interview, you just felt like it was genuinely her. And she just genuinely spoke to people, like never was putting on a facade. And it's so sad. And it honestly kind of shocked me because I think it was like 2 months ago. It wasn't that long ago that she put out that video.
She's doing better.
Yeah, that was like, I appreciate y'all worrying about me, but I'm doing just fine. So it did kind of shock me, but then when you read about it and read that Carl passed, a year ago now, and she's just really been struggling since that happened, it kind of makes sense. And, now you're happy that hopefully they're reunited and all of that. But my first thought too immediately went to, what's Miley thinking about all this?
Like, oh my God. Because it's like we were at the age whenever she came on Hannah Montana, she was Aunt Dolly, like that. And so I saw a couple interviews of them, and she said, to Miley, it was so special whenever you had me on Hannah Montana the first time and all that. And
she is like her aunt though, like legit,
her fairy godmother.
Yeah. And with Billy Ray Cyrus getting brought up, like with Dolly, she's known Dolly her whole life. So that was kind of my first thought too, just loving Miley Cyrus so much too. It was like, oh, poor Miley. But just super sad. But
rest in peace, Miss Dolly.
I don't think we'll ever see like another famous person like that. Like
she was just so
set the bar very high.
Unapologetically herself.
Set the bar very, very high. R.I.P. Dolly Parton. We miss you already. Just wanted to mention that.
Just wanted to give a shout out to our girl.
Yeah. And with that, a little bit of a transition, but I guess we'll toss it to on the flip side, very exciting event that is happening coming up on Tuesday. Here is our interview with the lovely Allison Rubin. All right, and we're joined alongside a very special guest. This is Allison Rubin. Allison. Now, Allison has been with Pitt for, this is your 8th season. So exciting. You put on a lot of special events for the university, specifically athletics. And we have a very special event that's coming up here soon on September 1st.
So excited.
The Panthers event. So just first and foremost, what is this event?
Yeah. Panthers Playbook, we started for the women of Pitt who love football, and whether that is the game itself, the tailgating, the fashion.
Tailgating, huge tailgating. Yes.
I love it all.
Yeah,
All
whatever
for the
part, of the game day experience. College football is so fun because there's so, much pomp and circumstance around it. So
I always forget about, there's bands at college football. I love that so much because I was in the band.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
And a student section.
Oh,
yeah.
Love a student section.
Yeah. So we, we'll have blue and gold drinks. You have, last year we had a dip that everyone wanted the recipe for so they could make it at their tailgate.
Oh, wait, that's so cute.
We'll have all the new fashion. This is a top that I got last year that everyone asks me about.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So people can do that. We'll have a fashion show, but we'll talk X's and O's too. And so it's just really for whatever part of Pitt football that you're interested in, we have it all.
Yeah. I saw Missy Matthews is going to be the MC.
Yes.
We love Missy Matthews.
Shout out Missy.
She was our first
ever
guest.
Here on Sideline Squad.
I know. Well, Missy's perfect.
Yes.
Good Pitt alum. She was on the dance team.
Oh, yes.
So she brings that spirit.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So, but she'll have a cute outfit. She's
of
always.
course. She is always. I remember whenever the night that me and Cass met at the Steelers fashion show, she had this beautiful gold sequence dress. I was like, girl, you are. Yes, I was like, you are.
Because I think
shining.
the theme was like Wizard of Oz, and she was like the gold.
Yes,
wasn't
like
she
the Yellow Brick Road.
The Yellow Brick Road. Yeah.
Yes.
So
so good.
She's great. So
Yeah.
so she'll do that. We have Joanna Hedman, who is a stylist who will help you decide maybe blue or gold is better
I love
for
that.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, I know
color
we
match.
have both blue and gold
Yes.
Pitt hats here.
Thank you,
everyone,
ladies.
whatever one is floats your boat.
Yeah. So that'll be, great. And so it's really a time for people to network. Maybe you meet people too that are interested in, what lot do you, tailgate in, things like that.
And people get really intense about their college tailgates.
Oh,
my
100%.
neighbor, he actually borrowed my Yeti Steelers cooler that I got last year because he was like, it was like a birthday tailgate. So, of course, extra excitement. They had the Blackstone out there making bacon, egg, cheese. I'm like,
love it.
that is beautiful. What a craft.
Love it.
Like
love it.
I for NFL games, I feel like I don't know. For me, at least, it's always about the alcohol. It's never about the food. And then I feel like in college, people just really go all out with the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every week is a theme, maybe based on the opponent, maybe based on the game
I
time.
love it.
There's one tailgate there's one game where they roast a pig. And, that's an annual tradition. I think they've been doing that for
roast a
20.
pig. I
yeah.
can't even believe that's legal.
It's
I love
probably
it.
based
In what
on
lot?
who their opponent is.
Yeah.
I would assume.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Big
crazy.
tailgate, gold 2.
Gold 2. There's the plug, baby. The pig tailgate is in Gold Lot 2 this year.
Oh, I love it. So when did this Panthers event all come to be and start? Is this the first one? Or how
Yeah,
many?
so this is our second year.
Okay.
And so last spring, talking with female colleagues about how we could engage more women, we know that there are tons of Pitt fans who are interested. And we're just doing the same types of events, and they're, focused on whoever. And so we thought we really should hone in on our female, fans and potential fans, right? This is to grow our fan base too.
Come for the fashion, stay for the football.
I'm getting you two in here,
Yes.
So, but yeah, how do we really create something new and not just, it's not just about the players or what happens on the field, but really the whole network of women who want to be part of this. So I would say, we'll have women who just graduated from Pitt to people who were part of the 1976 national championship season and were at the Sugar Bowl and all that. So you have all the generations. literally people are bringing their daughters or grandchildren, right? So just how do we reach all of the Pitt community? And that's my favorite thing about Pitt is our community, like, because it's just really a big school with a small school feel.
Yes.
And so Pitt fans are all really close. So I think that's the type of event that this is. Now, don't worry, there will be cocktails.
Yes. The cocktails will be there.
I know that's important to you. But we'll have some, make your bracelet stations and just the opportunity to meet our coaches' wives, right? And hear about what they go through, right? Their lives are not easy, all the things that they do to make this possible for their husbands to have these careers, So they'll be there, cheer, dance, rock, of course.
I'll rock the Panther.
Yeah, and, also you always have to have some Instagrammable moments, so we'll have some photo ops.
I love it. This is so fun. So the Steelers have done kind of a women's event as well. So how would you say this is similar or different than the Steelers one for anyone who's been to that event?
Yeah, I think ours is a little more intimate. So we're in the PNC Champions Club, at the stadium. So all in one space right there, and so a little bit more, a little smaller. So you have the opportunity to talk to fellow people. Hey, I like that hat. Where'd you get that shirt?
It's less passerby.
I think that type of networking. Also a little more programming. So with Missy and Aditi, we'll have formal programming that everyone can enjoy and learn about. We have some surprises in store to learn some X's and O's, but also hear, from people who are really involved with the program, right? So like I said, coaches, wives, staff like myself, cheerleaders, things like that. All people who are really close to the program to be there and show our enthusiasm for the Panthers.
And I'm so excited because so obviously there are, a good amount of rules that kind of differ between college and NFL. I am so locked into how the NFL rules change like every 5 minutes. It feels like, so I'm like interested to learn more about what the college rules are. I mean, I'm so excited. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good.
Yeah, we got to be ready for season. You got to know what's going on.
Yeah, so you have been though with the team for 8 seasons. How did this all like come to be? Were you always a Pitt gal or what?
Nope. I grew up in Queens, New York. So I'm a city girl. And to be honest, really a basketball girl.
Oh, okay.
Worked at some Big East basketball schools and had this opportunity to move to Pittsburgh. I thought, I don't know about that.
Yeah, like Queens to Pittsburgh, that's tough.
And I thought, okay, I'll take a risk. Well, it certainly has worked out. I really love Pittsburgh.
We embrace everyone with wide open arms.
Yes. Oh. So I came in, I would joke with my colleague, Pat Bostic, that I knew nothing about football. And I'd be like, Pat, can you teach me? Yeah. Or I'd listen to his radio spots so that I kind of felt like I knew what I was talking about, And now I'm a football girl.
I love it.
I love Coach Narduzzi and those Panthers.
Oh my gosh.
We're all in, but I love Pittsburgh too, which, to be honest, I was a little surprised,
No,
what's maybe your favorite part of
Pittsburgh? Everything that you could want in any city, you can find in Pittsburgh and have a really nice quality of life.
Bless you. I love that. We're putting that on the air, baby.
I live in the Strip District.
The best.
Which I just love. Again, as someone who is coming from a city, colleague had recommended it. I looked at it, and so remember, I moved there in 2019.
Oh, so before it was like Crazy Town Complex USA.
Yeah, and I still thought it was like great then, and so have seen really the evolution. So I love that I live in the Strip, that I can walk to the stadiums,
That's the best.
Walk to Lawrenceville, do everything there. My commute to the Peterson Event Center I cannot beat.
Yeah.
So I have the city life, but it's all, convenient, affordable,
Yes.
fun, whatever you want to see. Like this summer, right? I've been to concerts, I've been to baseball games, I've been to shows at the Benham. Like you can do everything here.
And our festivals,
Yes.
man.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
the NFL draft
Was so fun.
was so fun. We did so
Yeah.
much stuff for that, which was awesome. But the best part was that I lived downtown, and so I never had to move my car.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
right.
that
It was
is
so
the
nice.
move.
She lives in Lawrenceville, and I
Yeah.
live on the north
Oh,
side.
yeah,
So,
so-
Yeah.
yeah,
So
very much
all right in a row.
Yeah, we're like a
Yes.
little triangle.
Yeah.
Well, and so you also mentioned, we have a little shout out to Larry
Yes.
Fitzgerald. You were in Canton a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Sorry, a little pivot from that. Like,
No,
tell me
that's
about
okay.
that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'm so lucky that through my experience at Pitt, that I get to call Larry Fitzgerald my friend.
That
Like,
is. That's what you love to hear.
He's just the most special person, and you hear that about him. It's all true and more, right?
Yeah.
He makes every person feel seen, and so I've worked with him on a number of events, and we've developed a really nice relationship. So this is my third time going to Canton for a Pitt person. So we did Jimbo Covert, we did Jarrell Rivas, and then going for Larry was just even more special because of my relationship with him and how this was really a pinnacle, moment for him. He was just so
I'm so emotional.
proud. Oh my goodness, I was crying when he speaks. I'm crying watching his son Devin up there present to him, and just how proud he is of Devin. Just so cute, but like what a cool thing. We got to go backstage after Larry gave his speech with Coach Arduzzi and Chancellor Gable, and may have stood a few feet away from Joe Montana and Drew Brees.
Oh my gosh.
But then we were the first Pitt people that got to see Larry when he came off the stage. So he's wearing that gold jacket and he gives you the big hug. Oh, it just, what a special, special thing. And, he is certainly a Hall of Fame player, but like talk about a Hall of Fame person.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's so incredible too that he's gone on to do these wonderful things and been a Hall of Fame, player, but he's still gives so much back to Pitt, and he's still back all the time. I mean, he comes back and visits, and it's just so cool. It speaks to both his character, but also your guys' influence on him and his career. Yeah. So it just seems like the perfect relationship.
Yeah, it's really special. It was a tough time for him when he was here at Pitt is when he lost his mom. So it's really pivotal the way that the people at Pitt helped him through that. Coach Harris, Walt Harris, is still his guy, and so Coach Harris was with us, and I've gotten to have a relationship with Coach Harris through that too. But he talks about how special Pitt was to him and still is, and so he has a nice relationship with Coach Narduzzi, and we'll come out and see the guys and see practice. And he's very a curious person. Larry is. He asks 100 questions. You couldn't have him on this podcast because it would be 4 hours long.
I love that though. Genuine curiosity is
about
great.
everything. And so he goes and he, talks to Coach Arduzzi, and he's asking very specific football questions and technical things. And, he's removed from the game and all this stuff, but he wants to know, how are you teaching this? What are you thinking about in this type of offense now?
Ooh, is there maybe a world where he maybe comes back as a coach? That would be cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That would be amazing. But he's really an entrepreneur, a venture capitalist now, and a philanthropist, certainly. But really special guy. And I'm so lucky that we got to be part of that.
That's so incredible. As far as this team this year with the Pitt Panthers, I think a lot of people are really excited about Mason Heintschel. Obviously, last year he went out and balled out for those couple games. Notre Dame game was a little tough, but but I think a lot of people.
Fun otherwise.
He was also 18 and a true freshman and had never played on that stage before.
And I'm sorry, those Notre Dame players are the biggest people.
I mean, Jeremiah Love went top 5 in the NFL draft, so it's tough to compete against that. But I think there are a lot of people that are really excited about Mason and about this offense.
Absolutely, right? To see now Mason has been QB1 since the fall, so you practice like that. Him with Ja'Carrion Turner, right? So now they had a whole year to practice together. So they're super excited about that offense. And Mason, you can see the maturity, I think I might be getting shorter, but I feel like he got taller. So, but he's growing. And all the things, he's taking his role as a leader very seriously. You can see that on the field and all the extra work and the types of things that he's doing, like that Have a Heart campaign with UPMC Children's Hospital. So I think all of that adds up to like a big package, right? To be a leader like that when you're thinking about all the things. So I know Coach RGZ is very excited about Mason, so we are too, and that and that offense. It'll be fun.
I think he might have too gotten like thrown in there a little. I mean, to be 18 years old and be on that stage, like college football. I mean, they're at the game. It's Notre Dame, top 10 team. Like, you really got thrown into it, and it wasn't a great outcome. But man, what an experience to have early in your career, and now for these next several years, you're kind of you've been through it, so you're like almost like nothing phases me anymore.
Yeah, like this is pretty much as crazy as this team will get.
Yeah, exactly. Like Pat McAfee, Ryan Clark, all those guys at the game talking about you for hours up to the game. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
No, absolutely. So. That was a super fun day for Pittsburgh in general.
Oh yeah, I went to that game. And that was when Aaron Donald's jersey, the number got retired, so that was awesome.
Yeah. I think he took his shirt off too. On stage.
So. Again, another little behind the scenes moment that I got to have.
Give us all the behind the scenes.
I staffed Aaron and his family like for that day. That's what I do. And so I spent the whole day with Aaron, who I know, and again is the most lovely person. But we are up at college game day at the stage or on the field, and because he's going to be the guest picker, and so we're up there, and I'm standing with his wife, and he's up there, and you can't really like hear what they're saying because you're behind, but you're watching, and you can like see him look at McAfee, and then McAfee's gonna make his pick, and he just gets up and just like grabs him. When he threw him off the stage, McAfee, when he picked West Virginia, oh my goodness, so funny. So we are standing there, and they go flying. All the college game day staff are losing it because McAfee's on the stage. His microphones are everywhere. My gosh. All this stuff. They are panicked. Meanwhile, we are cracking up.
Yeah.
Like Aaron wants to kick McAfee's butt, about that. Oh my goodness, so funny. So it's just really fun to like have those kinds of moments. But like it goes to show again, like Aaron's passion about Pitt, that hey, on national TV, I'm gonna like throw this guy, and wants to be there and be part of all these things. So we're so lucky that all our guys want to be involved at Pitt. They're really special people.
Are there gonna be maybe any players or any special appearances at Panthers? I don't know if you can give anything away.
We won't. We'll keep that a secret.
Okay. You have to go. You have to go to see.
Yeah, exactly.
That's get your ticket.
Don't forget to get your ticket
and find out.
Well, and our giveaway is still running. I think we're closing that at the end of this week, right? Yes, on Friday.
So go to our social media pages, Sideline Squad Pod. We do have
an Instagram giveaway for 2 tickets.
And
then we will be there as well, of course.
Exactly.
I'm so excited. I want to wear my new Pitt hat.
All right.
I know. I'm so pumped. Allison, thank you so much for taking the time. Is there anything else you want to add just about the event? Or
we're super excited. Come and meet these lovely ladies and all of us.
Meet this lovely lady.
And just come out to Acrisure this year. I hope you guys will come out to some games. We're super excited.
I was already like eyeballing the Miami of Ohio game. So
yeah.
Well, that's your guys' alma mater, Big Ben.
I know. Yes, my boy. I am. I'm excited. Oh man, it's gonna be a good season.
Excited. It's gonna be fun. They're all excited for the year ahead. So it'll be good. Hail to Pitt.
So again, September 1st from. I'm blanking.
5:30 to 8.
Okay.
PNC Champions Club.
Okay. PNC Champions Club, September 1st, 5:30 to 8.
PittsburghPanthers.com. Get your ticket.
Love it.
Yeah. Love it. Allison, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Yeah.
All right. And we just want to thank Allison again for coming in and talking to us. We're
She's
super
such a little
excited.
Firecracker. I want to be her bestie.
I know.
I'm like,
we'll get a chance to hang out with her for a long time on Tuesday.
Yes. And I can just tell her game day energy is going to be elite.
Oh, yeah. And what a cool story. Getting to be there for the Hall of Fame ceremony with Larry.
Oh, my gosh. I know.
That is so
cool. Larry's going to be here now. Yeah. We're going to keep Mr. Larry. I love it. We'll keep Larry up here on our stands.
Yeah. So yeah, super fun event. September 1st, guys. Remember to at Sideline Squad Pod, give us a like and follow there, but also join. That's where we have the information on the giveaway.
Yes.
So if you want to win some tickets to the coolest event that's happening next week, go ahead and I was going to say apply, but do everything. Enter.
Yeah.
Enter. Thank you. That's the word. Enter there.
And if you are going, we'll see you there.
Yeah, we will see you there. I believe we're going to be kind of running around doing stuff, but there's a lot of DIY stuff, like make your own jewelry and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we might be at some of those stations for a little bit. So yeah, definitely come by and say hi.
Yeah.
And then
we'll be at that point. We'll be down or done with the preseason, and
it'll be week 0 of
we'll be
college
talking
football,
fantasy.
and then
we're gonna talk some fantasy.
Yeah,
stuff
next week we also have a very special guest next week. I'll give you a hint. What is it? Wait, don't float the moat. Don't cross the moat. I just screwed it up.
Well,
you'll see next week.
There's your teaser.
I know. I probably just screwed that up so bad. All right. I'll also have my head on right next week too, because I'll be settled and I won't feel so discombobulated right now. But yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to also subscribe on YouTube, Sideline Squad Pod, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday at the Panthers event. Bye.